excited to be here with a lot of Colorado friends and even a friend from Canada. And thank you for joining us. Super excited to hear Julenne Faber today, and she is excited as well. Julenne's first job out of college was her introduction to the wellness industry, and that is when she fell in love with the idea of not only staying on top of her own health and wellness, but also helping anyone who wanted to do the same. She's very passionate about wellness, and some of her friends may even call her obsessive at times. Wow, does that sound familiar? Passion stems from a childhood, from watching her mom having to go to give up her dreams, career, and life as she knew it due to an unexpected illness that she continues to valiantly battle today. Wow. Julenne doesn't want that for anyone else, which is why she feels so strongly about sharing wellness with others. That must have been difficult, Julenne, watching your mom. She's been a wellness coach since 2007 and LifeVantage founder in 2010. She's been blown away by the magnitude of the lives that have been changed by this company and the products over the years. She has found her tribe in this community of like-minded people. Julenne is a mother to 3 adult children, 2 fur babies, and is married to her business partner, Jeff. So Julenne, thank you for saying yes, and thank you for being a fine example here at LifeVantage, and we're super excited to hear you tonight. Yay, Julenne.
Yay. Okay, let me start my screen sharing.
You got this.
And share that.
Yep.
And choose that. Okay, are we good?
It looks like
you put it into presentation mode.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking for something at the bottom that kind of looks like a podium.
So yes. Presenter mode?
Presenter mode.
Is that what you're seeing?
No. Go back.
Maybe we just want to stop recording. Okay, go back.
Okay, no worries.
Here, I'll put it on.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Carrie Dickey, for that introduction, and thank you for all that you have done for us all these years. Thank you for inviting me to be on this, and it's such an honor, and I'm very excited. Thank you to everybody who is on the other side of this Zoom screen. I know that this is a super busy time of the year, and I know that your time is valuable. So I do thank you for getting on, and I hope that by the end of this time together that you will thank the person that invited you, because you will be so excited about the information that you saw. So like Carrie said, my name is Julenne, and 13 years ago when LifeVantage found me, I wasn't looking to add anything to my already very busy life. I had 3 kids at home, was already working in the wellness space, and financially we were doing okay. But one day, out of the blue, a complete stranger shared a video with us that completely changed the trajectory of my life. It was the ABC primetime clip. And to be honest, I didn't understand half of that investigative piece, but what I did understand blew my mind. And I knew that my fate was sealed. I was going to spend the rest of my life helping to spread this incredible story out to the world, helping thousands of people along the way. What I didn't know at this time was that I was going to be one of those thousands of people that needed help, and that LifeVantage was going to be the solution to my troubles. Full disclosure, that comfortable life I was living was a bit of a farce. I felt trapped in a troubled marriage, job layoff happened, our finances drained, and I was tired all the time. Walking through quicksand tired. Have you ever felt that way before? I felt hopeless. Not long after that, I lost my home and my marriage of 25 years. This was not the life I dreamt of when I was a little girl. When I had joined LifeVantage several years prior to life crashing around me, what I couldn't know was that it would be this LifeVantage family, along with some of my dearest friends, that would be my support during this really hard season of life. It was LifeVantage that sustained me financially, and the products have greatly improved the quality of my life on a daily basis. No more quicksand. LifeVantage wouldn't let me stay trapped, but instead supplied me with everything I needed to crawl out of that hole of despair. Who do you know that is struggling right now with health issues, finances, or an uncertain future? Perhaps somebody will come to mind this evening as you listen to this presentation. And on that note, let's go ahead and get started. So take it, feel it, share it. That is the LifeVantage way. And you might be wondering, what does that mean exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked. So once you start taking our products, you start feeling the power of activation, and you can't help yourself but to share it with others. So our first goal is to help you look and feel your best. And then we start having a lot of fun, making money while making a difference. So the LifeVantage story actually started several decades ago, but I'm going to pick up in 2005 when this ABC primetime investigative report aired. So at that time, I live in the Denver area. That time, this product was being sold in general nutrition centers, vitamin cottages, CVS pharmacies. It was on the retail shelves. It was selling about half a bottle per store per month for about 4 years. So it wasn't doing great. The reason it wasn't doing great is because it's a science and the technology the world wasn't ready for yet. They didn't understand it. But in the meantime, people were taking the product. They were having great results. They were feeling better, sleeping better, having more energy. People started talking. Things were being said like, could this be the fountain of youth? So that somehow got to the ABC team out in California. And if you remember the ABC primetime investigative show, it was all about consumer protection. So they felt it was their duty to go find companies or products that are taking people's money that might be a scam, and they were going to debunk that. So they made their way out to Denver to do that to the company at the time. I remember watching those shows, and it would always crack me up because you would see the investigative team show up at the door, they're knocking on the door, and then you see the CEO or president running out the back door with a briefcase in front of his face, jumping in his vehicle and taking off. Well, that doesn't happen on this. And if you haven't seen this investigative piece yet, I encourage you to watch it and pay special attention to Dr. McCord when they knock on his door. They knock on the door, and he not only opens it with this gigantic smile, but he says, come on in and have a seat. Through the course of that interview, they decided to take the reporter John Quinonez's blood and study it. And what actually happened was so exciting that even in the Dr. McCord, when he's sharing the results, he starts stuttering. He's so excited. It's precious. But what they concluded with John Quinonez's blood was that his oxidative stress level, which I'll explain in a minute, was reduced by 45% in 2 weeks. We know now that all mammals that have ever been tested, their reduction of oxidative stress is 40% in 30 days. Nobody else does this. You can look at this chart here, and you can see that red line, that without protandem, as we get older, our oxidative stress continues to grow. The more older we get, the more we have. But by simply taking a little yellow pill, you can bring that down, and it stabilizes where you get to the point where you can't even tell the difference of blood from an 80 to a 20-year-old. So that's really, really powerful. You might be wondering at this time, well, what is oxidative stress? Well, as you can see here, it's not a disease, and just like aging isn't a disease, but it is at the center of many age-related issues that happen with our body. It affects all of our organs and every part of us that's possible. Oxidative stress is such a big deal that if you were to go to the National Institute of Health's Library of Medicine, which is called pubmed.gov, and if you typed in oxidative stress, you're going to see almost 320,000 studies that have been completed on oxidative stress. So we know that it's got the world's attention, and we know that it's a very, very big deal. So why do we have oxidative stress? Well, since the Industrial Revolution, there has been over 80,000 new chemicals introduced to the world. You know what hasn't changed since the Industrial Revolution is our bodies. We're expecting our bodies to handle that onslaught of all of those chemicals. 80,000. It's gross. We've got herbicides, pesticides, fungicides on our food. We've got water that's been chemically treated to make it safe to drink. Bad diet, smoking, drinking alcohol, air pollution, pumping gas is so toxic when you get those fumes. Poor sleep, high stress, no exercise, or even too much exercise. So you might be wondering, well, what does oxidative stress feel like? But we all know. We've all experienced at least one of these. Chronic fatigue or no energy, that brain fog where you feel like Pigpen, from Peanuts, where he's walking around that brown cloud following him, but it's only on your head and you can't think straight. You lose your concentration. aches and pains. Maybe you get sick often, headaches, and the list just goes on. So we have found a way to activate God's pharmacy with 5 simple herbs. We've got turmeric, green tea, ashwagandha, bacopa, and milk thistle. You might be looking at that going, sweet, I drink green tea already, and I went to an Indian restaurant. I know there was turmeric in the food last week. I'm good. I don't need this product. But guess what? You're wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Actually, this combination of these 5 herbs with the potency and the right amounts makes this product 1,800 times more effective than each individual ingredient. That is super powerful. Okay. All of a sudden, I can't advance my thing, Brenda, Gary.
You know, sometimes you have to click right on it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay. So when I had mentioned that Dr. McCord, when that ABC team came out, it was a big deal for a couple of reasons. So they were trying to debunk him. That didn't happen. Instead, what happened is hundreds and thousands of people called. They ordered the product. Millions of dollars came into the company. So much so that they ran out of product. They didn't have an infrastructure that helped with shipping and answering the phone. So that wasn't really good for the business plan, right? But the really cool thing that happened is for decades, people had been, not people, but scientists had been studying oxidative stress with different disease specialties. They were well aware of it, but nobody was talking about it because there was nothing to be done besides your antioxidants, which we know works on a 1-to-1 basis. And that's like taking a Dixie cup to a house fire to try to put it out. But they knew that oxidative stress is a problem. They've got these diseases they're studying, and then all of a sudden they hear about this scientist who's created this product that reduces oxidative stress. So they contacted Dr. McCord, and they're speaking his language because now all of a sudden they're wanting some of his product. They asked, can we get some of that so that we can test it in our studies? We want to see how oxidative stress is affected by your product and how that ends up affecting the disease itself. So of course he's going to comply with that, right? This was like the best thing ever. So to date, if you would go to that same PubMed.gov, type in Protandim, you're going to find 28 studies that have been peer-reviewed and published on that site. Places from like Ohio State or Harvard, Colorado State, University of Colorado, Louisiana State, which is one of my favorites, and I'll explain why in a minute, Texas Tech. Check out the one, when you do that, click on the one from National Institute on Aging and read the abstract. I think you will be excited and amazed by that. So we had this great product. It was changing people's lives, but we weren't going to stop there. Collagen. Collagen entered into our space about 1.5 years ago. And I personally was taking collagen. I was drinking it for probably about 3 to 4 years. I was using a powdered kind. I started using it because I heard it's important to take. And I was also, in my 50s, hearing about hair, skin, and nails. And when you're this age, who doesn't want better hair, skin, and nails? So I started using it, but honestly, I didn't feel anything. I didn't notice anything. And honestly, I think that's probably why so many people feel like it's a scam, because they're taking these products, or not these products, but collagen, and they're not seeing the difference. I personally was super, super excited about it because every single time that we have ever produced a product, LifeVantage goes above and beyond what anybody else on the planet's doing. So I was thinking, I'm taking this product, it's not really working, but I know that when we get something that we create, it's going to be top notch and out of this world. Well, some of the things, again, I was saying that we were wanting hair, skin, and nails as kind of the area that we are really looking for. But if you didn't realize, collagen's in every part of our body. If it wasn't for collagen, it would be shapeless little blobs of tissue lying around. It wouldn't be very pretty. So besides hair, skin, and nails, we've got eye health, liver function, sleep quality, mental health, strengthening bones, tissue repair. The list goes on. And personally speaking, I had some stuff going on with my lower back that has been resolved. And vision-wise, driving at night isn't such a scary thing for me anymore, and I don't need my readers as much. And that's only because we've got so many different types. So, drum roll, introducing our newest breakthrough in activation, which is our True Science Liquid Collagen. That's what I've been alluding to. It's in this beautiful brown bottle. It's a liquid form. And again, so special and unique and activates that I was just beyond excited when I knew that we were launching that. So what exactly makes it different than everybody else on the market? Well, everybody on the market replenishes collagen, right? Every place we go, we see these tubs, they all have collagen in them, usually 1 to 2 different types. Okay, we do that, but we also activate. And what I mean by that is this product will activate production of collagen, your own body's collagen in your body. We also replenish, and then we also maintain, which nobody else does. So I'm gonna go into a little more detail on that. We use ruby red quinoa extract to activate the collagen production in your body. So it helps the cell absorb collagen and decreases the gene that degrades our current collagen. And you'll also see over there that it activates the SOD gene and the catalase gene, which I'm not going to explain, but I would encourage you to go look them up because they are such a big deal. And to increase by 2,700%, are you kidding me? Just because of this ruby red quinoa extract. So we activate again your body's production of your own collagen in your body. Okay, so much so that you can see here in 8 weeks, the collagen density was increased by 100%. It's those little yellow dots, and you can just see how they're just so much more plentiful in that last picture. So replenishing, again, that's what everybody does. Most other companies are replenishing using 1 to 2 different types of collagen. We use 10. That is why you see all the different areas of the body that are being affected by it. Because it's not just for hair, skin, and nails. That's not what we're focusing on. We use hydrolyzed marine peptides from responsibly and sustainably caught fish. Maintaining, we use a citrus berry extract that helps break down or slow the breakdown of our existing collagen and maintaining what we currently have. Nobody else is doing that either. So the big deal for LifeVantage is we're all about quality products and we're all about clean, non-toxic products. So that's why you're not going to find any added sugar in this. No artificial sweeteners. It is non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free. You might be wondering why we decided to go with the liquid versus the powder. Well, again, I was using the powder type. And again, I didn't notice anything after 3 or 4 years of taking it. And could it be because only 10 to 30% of that was absorbed? The pieces were too hard to digest and your body can't absorb them. Versus the liquid collagen that we're using is hydrolyzed. So it's broken up into all these little tiny pieces that makes your body able to utilize it better. It's more bioavailable. 90% plus absorption rate. So no wonder we have results like this from this 8-week clinical trial. 100% increase again in the collagen density. Depth of crow's feet reduced by 22%. Skin roughness decreased by 10%. Blood catalase level was increased by 202%. Skin elasticity was increased by 8%. So we could sit here and look at these numbers all day long, but pictures really do tell 1,000 words. So before we look at the pictures, I want you to think to yourself, whenever you tried collagen, if you're one of those people who did the person who sold you that collagen practically beg you to take before pictures? I know they didn't with me. And you know why? It's kind of like Dr. McCord being so confident of, come on in and sit down. We are so confident that you're going to have results that you love that we're like, come on, take a picture before you start. So let's look at some pictures. As I scroll through here, just look at the different things that you're going to notice. We've got look at the crow's feet. We know that the depths of crow's feet are improved, right? Skin is less saggy. It's firm. You see fewer wrinkles. You've got beautiful Carrie Dickey right here on the left. Look at how bright and vibrant she is. And the gal next to her, so many people look at that picture and they think it's a mother-daughter duo. And I thought that at first too. I was like, oh my gosh, they look so much alike, but she's so much younger. But that is the same beautiful woman in both of those pictures. We've got Betty. After almost a year, look at this. I mean, it's almost, if I didn't see it and if I haven't seen her in person, I'd hardly believe it. And I just want you to think about too, as you look at these changes with people, don't you think that their confidence level may have changed a little bit? How is this affecting their day-to-day life? You've got Seth, again, crow's feet, Guys are using it. You know what? I think the part guys love is they don't have to mix it in their drink in the morning. They can just carry it with them and drink it on their way to work. Becky goes from beautiful to beautifuler. Crow's feet, again, fewer wrinkles. Necks, we see improvement there. Again, guys are using it. It works on all ages, all skin types, all skin tones. It's almost like some of these pictures, like there's a light coming from within after taking the product. It's like they're illuminated. Sean Poe, it looks like he dropped 10 years in 30 days. It's just remarkable. Okay, let's talk about legs. It was suggested to us to take pictures of all of our body parts. And obviously Dr. Bryan did, and I'm so glad she did, because look at the improvement in that. I mean, that is nuts. Who doesn't want their legs to look better? More and more legs. Got beautiful Brenda right there. Just continues on. Tummies, those tummies from after having babies. Hair regrowth, check out her part. Just has gotten so much more full. Again, more hair growth. So I have to ask, if these people are noticing all these things on the outside, what is going on inside that we can't see? Can you imagine what this is doing for their organs possibly? And then I have to ask, if these people are feeling that much better on the inside, looking that much better on the outside, how do you think they feel about the person who shared this information with them? So this is a recap of our two products together, the Protandim Nerf 2 and then the liquid collagen. Again, increased collagen density by 100%, reduction of crow's feet by 22%, skin roughness decreased by 10, blood catalase level 202% increase, skin elasticity was increased by 8%, oxidative stress level reduced by 40% in 30 days. Okay, this is our latest little darling here. This is our topical companion to the collagen. And I have to say, I was really glad when this one came out, because after looking at all these before and after pictures, I was like, oh my gosh, my neck. Because you start looking at pictures of other people's necks and you start realizing maybe yours could use some improvement. And so when I started using this product, it was love at first feel. When I put it on, it just felt so silky and clean and good, and my skin felt so moisturized. So this is our alternative to retinol, but it's so much better because you don't have any of those side effects that you often will get with, like the redness, sun sensitivity, and irritation. All right, so at this point you might be thinking, okay, yeah, I could get on board with this activation stuff. Tell me what else you've got. So I'm going to tell you what else we've got. Most of these products are activators, so they're not supplements. That's a big deal because we are the activation company. So we've taken that same science and technology as the original Protandim Nerf 2, and we've put it in different products like our hair care line, same Nerf 2 technology. Skincare line, remember I mentioned LSU? The thing I love about that study is they were studying, LSU was doing study on skin issues that people have that can shorten their lifespan. It's stuff you don't want. So they were doing studies on that, and they introduced Protandim into it. And they were so amazed at the results that they did the study again. And then they came back to us and said, if you don't have a skincare line using that same science and technology, you need one. So of course we created one. I've been using it ever since it came out, and I will never use a skincare line that's not produced by our company. All of our products are non-toxic and clean. You can find them on the Think Dirty app. We've got some great little micronutrients over here that have been really life-changing for a lot of people. I'm not going to go through all of these, so I would encourage you to get back with the person who invited you on. But I always like to mention the Axio. It's for all about your brain, that mental clarity, brain fog. It helps remove that. Some days it just is a deal changer for me. And of course, there's the Pet Tandem, which is Protandim in doggy form, which my dogs go bonkers for. Okay, so now maybe you're thinking, yes, I am really excited about getting activated. Making some extra money might not stink so much, because recently I have heard that the average American family needs an additional $700 to $1,000 every single month to live the life they were living last year. Most people can't just go to their boss and ask for another $1,000 a month, right? So there's got to be other options. And I would like to suggest, here's the sharing part that I talked about. I would like to suggest that the perfect side income is LifeVantage. We have no assets that we have to worry about. There's no overhead. There's no employees. You can work from anywhere. You can carry your phone. Customer service is over the top with excellence. Huge tax benefits. The year is not over. We still have time to embrace those tax benefits if you have not enrolled yet. We are a debt-free company. On the lower right, we have Erin Brockovich, who I'm happy to say is on our board of directors. And everyone that knows anything about Erin Brockovich, she's all about toxic, clean, free living. That top picture up there is we have rang the closing bell at NASDAQ twice in the last couple of years, which is a huge honor to be asked. So, can we really get paid with this activation? You can, and I'll show you in a second how much so. But the first thing you would want to do is to pick a pack. That's step one. So we've got two here for examples. The first one is our Healthy Glow Enrollment Stack. It includes a 30-day supply of collagen for yourself, the Protandim Nerve 2 to get started on, and then a 10-pack of the collagen for you to share with people that you're sharing this information with. You also get our incredible app, a replicated website, not to mention that the list just goes on and on and on for that. The business pack is the other one that we're showing here. This one gives you an opportunity to try most of the products at a very deep discount. It's really great for your budget that way. And if you're ready to go big fast, that's a pack I would suggest. Both of those packs through the end of February come with a free True Science, True Renew product, which is a $75 value. Your second step is to pick your stack. And that's just basically what product are you going to use every month. And you can change that on a monthly basis without any problem too. The website is really, really easy to navigate. Okay, one more plug, free gift for any pack that you would buy through the end of February. True Science, True Renew. It's an amazing product, and everyone that I know of that has started using it is absolutely in love. So you might be thinking again, can money be made? Is it possible for me to make those at $700 to $1,000? Can I do that? I'd like to direct your attention to the third column here. And this shows, because we're publicly traded, we report these numbers. And you can see here that we get paid anywhere $8 a month up to $137,000 a month. And yes, I did say $137,000 a month, not a year. And I know that's true because I know that there's people that I'm friends with, maybe even somebody on this Zoom tonight, that actually makes that. So the harder you work, the more money that you're going to make. So take it, feel it, share it. Join the movement today. Let's have some fun, make some money while making a difference.